back to Ink's Corner. This is episode 156, and today is November 24th, Monday, also 2 p.m., which is like apparently the optimal time for me to record. Well, I just listened to my last episode to remind myself what I said because I don't remember. I just know, okay, I came in, moved in for don't know how many days, check the dates, oh, for a week, cool. Anyway, so it has been 3 weeks that I lived here and also worked for 3 weeks. And I mean, I was gonna say a lot have changed, but in a sense of like the overall, not much, but in the detailed ones, quite a lot. So let's start with the living situation. So I've mentioned that it's the only the biggest downside to the house I'm living right now is the short term thing. But actually I think it's like the day or the day after I recorded the episode, something happened. So it's quite a long story, but apparently I am able to stay. Yeah, so it's just nothing changed with like the landlord and stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's just like maybe his mind changed or something. Anyway, so yeah, I was told I could stay. He had to confirm something, and it took just one night, confirmed, and I am actually able to continue staying. Yeah, so I will be staying for at least until January, which is great, fantastic. And that kind of like solved a huge, just dropped a huge issue for me. At least like mentally, because who likes moving? I mean, I like moving back in Taiwan, but not like regularly, right? Like not this often. So that's a good thing. Okay, first thing. And then about the job wise, I was like a bit worried about, me being just like still training, so like the schedule is not like really accurate and stuff, right? On the like similar to the time I got in, one day after and 2 days after, there are also another two like new people coming in for the work. We're all from Taiwan, which is great. And so I think because they have like other jobs that they are like the main job that they're doing, and I'm like the only one with one job here, so I've got more work scheduled than them, and which also means I learn faster, or like I kind of like know more things than them because of like practice makes perfect, right? And so now I think around like halfway through week 2, I'm already being put to like solo working, just like duty individual, not like individual, just like being independent, not individual. Yeah, so it was already like that, like midway through the second week, and since then, yeah, it's been usually it's like a week with quite a lot of hours, like 30 or 30 something, and the other week would be like 20 or less than 20. Yeah, and basically 2 weeks is like 38, 40 hours, or sometimes, yeah, just like something like that. And I've also got my first paycheck yesterday, which is late, but at least I got it. And yeah, so finally having some pay, like more than back in like Huff Server, the farm job, finally being able to not like technically save, but like cover up the cost and also have extra beyond covering the basic cost. I'm working towards what do you call it? 回本, just like all the costs I've from me coming here, and that's the first thing, coming here, and then secondly would be the cost of me, all the cost of me preparing for coming. So that's quite a lot. Anyway, and yeah, so that's the job aspect. Things have changed and have not. A bit. Well, one thing I would say, the thing that I'm worried about job aspect is that they wanted me to go to the city store to work, and obviously I don't want that. But I've said yes before. And fortunate and unfortunate. Well, like fortunately, the train doesn't go to city on weekends. And weekends are like the busy ones, and they kind of like needed people to go there on weekends. And actually, they the wife boss was planning to take me to the city last Saturday, so like 2 days ago. But then, so that was what she told me last Sunday when she were doing like the schedule stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but like I don't have a train to go to the city because I don't have a car. I mean, they already know that. And they're like, okay, cool, then I'll like change for the schedule. Yeah. And so that's like the fortunate stuff. But she also told me that she will be giving me more schedule for the other store in December, because some people are going back home, so like going back to China. They're probably students, that's why, and it's like the holiday season. So I mean, that's a good thing, but that also means that I have to go there to work. And yeah, it's like I've been to that store for the trial shift, and it's not like it's bad, it's just not as chill as this one in our little community here. So not prefer, but if I have to, then if that means more work, like, right, that's okay. Yeah, so that's job aspect. And I wanted to talk about last week. So it's currently Monday, and last week for some reason I gave myself so many tasks to do. It's like, it's a good thing because the things that I gave myself are somehow challenging and somehow are like the things that I have in mind for a very long time, but it's not like something I've planned to do. I don't have the mind capacity and stuff to do it. So thanks to my impulse, everything is on by impulse. So things happened last Monday, literally a week ago. So what happened is that it started on last weekend. Let's see what was done. Last weekend on, I think, yeah, last Saturday. Oh no, last Friday. So November 14. I'm off. Like it's an off day for me. And I slept a lot, like over 12 hours. That's crazy. I slept very early, actually. I slept from like 10 to 10 and woke up at 10, 11, and then I went to like the biggest mall nearby. Well, not super near, but like 30 minutes near. Sorted quite a lot of stuff. Sorted finally the withdrawing cash stuff is sorted, and got some life necessities. And I think it is Friday. So I think in the afternoon when I got back, I just had the impulse, let's just sign up for the RSA course. The main reason for that impulse is because I finally got my withdraw cash issue sorted, and that means like I have my money like proper, I can use it, like I can see money. So previously I can still use it, but just like it's not cash form, and I can only use it through like paying with cards and stuff. So that kind of like, okay, relieved, I can actually have this much money to use. So I paid for the course. It's like super cheap to be honest, and I saw like a combo with the institution I was going for, with a combo for RSG and RSA, and I was like, so if it's just RSA, it's like $28, I think, and with RSG it's like $42, and I was like, why not just take both? And I have no knowledge for like how difficult or how easy it is for RSG, because all the things I've seen are for RSA, which is like more popular, or just at least the content I'm seeing. And so I was like, anyway, and I saw, like, I read like the hours, supposed hours that you would take on the website, and for the RSA one it says like 6 hours, and for the RSA plus RSG it says 8 to 10 hours. So that means definitely even they think RSG is easier. And then I was like, okay, cool, then I'm just gonna take it. And so I signed up for that on Friday afternoon, I think, and I only took like 30 to an hour that day, doing like at first I was like, how am I gonna do the study? So I just collect all the study materials. It's like text and a little bit of video, and put it into Google Docs, and then put it to Notebook LM, and use Notebook LM to generate a video for me. And I just watch that video and then do the quizzes, and then do the quiz from Notebook LM, and then do the quiz in the actual like quiz I have to do. And yeah, I think I did like there's 7 modules for our RSA, and I did module 1 on Friday only. And on Saturday I have to work like half a day, so I was doing RSA all the modules at night. I think, yes, at night. While I was like very not paying attention. My landlord was talking to me during dinner. I finished dinner. Well, like, I was doing it on the same time. So I was eating dinner, and talking to listening to my landlord, and doing the RSA. It's not a thing like I need to pay attention to, be honest, because I'm just like copying and pasting stuff and then waiting for AI to generate. And so later I only need to watch like the 7 5-minute video and then do the quizzes, so it's pretty fast. At least I'm not like doing the quizzes with AI. And yeah, so I finished module 2 to 7 that night, and the remaining ones are I have to record videos of me like role playing. Like it's not a thing that I would wanted to do, but this is an assignment, like it's supposed to just get through it. I know it's like pretty easy, just do it, right? So but at night I couldn't record it because it's like people like it's the sound situation, you know it. So I waited until when? Sunday. I also don't have to work. I was gonna like do the recording when no one's at home. My roommate was working, but my landlord isn't, and he invited me to the same mall I literally just went on Friday, but he's driving, so I was like, okay, cool, let's just go again, right? And I took the bus back. So we went there at noon, and I came back around like 3 to do like some cleaning with the house, and then I did finish the RSA, which is great, and started RSG. And apparently RSG is like actually so much more easier. It's like, if I were to describe, RSG has 80 to 90% of common sense, and RSA has like, I would say 50. So still got like, you still need to watch or read a lot of the things that they talked about. But really, RSG is like the 10% that's not common sense is just like the legislation. But yeah, that's that. And for RSG, I also have to record video, which is like much more easier. But I also have to wait until RSG has like 3-4 modules, and I watched a movie with my landlord at night. So I wasn't doing anything with the stuff after dinner, and I took a shower and like do my bullet journal setup for Sunday. And on Monday I also don't have to work, so I finished recording the RSG video. And in the morning, actually, so on Sunday night, my dinner was like a huge salad bowl, which I just, for some reason, like when I was at the shopping mall, I thought about the salad bowl. Like I know I thought about someone specific making a salad bowl, and I didn't go search for it. I just like, okay, what I have at home that could make into a salad bowl, and there are some ingredients, and so then I bought other ingredients as well. So I went back home and I was like deciding to make the salad bowl. And when I was eating, I was like, oh, I should have recorded the whole process of me making the salad bowl, and like, I just feel like it's a good thing. And so I film it, make it on Monday morning or like noon. And it was such a hassle in a way, because it's like I've never filmed with this many angles before, because I'm just always filming casually. Like I always film when I thought of to film. I don't plan to film normally. So I have a total of 3 camera angles, 2 phones and a sports camera, and I don't have any like tripod or anything, so I have to use 3 jar/cans on top of each other as the tripod, which is quite dangerous. and use that for the camera, and have a phone stand for one of my phone, and have a not Mac it's like not absorb. It's 磁吸, it's like magnet stand, but the side for the phone is magnet, but the side for the wall is like, it's like a 吸盘, it's like octopus hand, whatever. So that's that, and so I use those 3 angles and film the entire salad bowl making. And so when I finished eating, I take quite a while to edit. I think I started making at 9:30 and finished around like 10:30, and because I was filming as well, and eat until like 11:30 or something. And I came back to my room to edit until 1 p.m. And that's when I realized, like, oh, I should have, I know I should record the RSG video. Just like, that's like the editing is like kind of like more urgent. And then I wanted to record. Well, I wanted to record whilst I was editing, but then I heard, I think my roommate came back, and so I was like, okay, so I couldn't record. And then I waited for a while, and then he left again. So I was like, okay, cool, I can record. So I finished recording for the RSG video, and so I was on like the browser and stuff, right? So I saw like a tab I saved previously. It's a white card course that a hostel roommate of mine recommend. It was like, I wanted to take white card, but I wasn't sure. It was like, I still have to do like all the research and stuff. I've done the research with Gemini research already. I just have to read it. That was like more than a month ago. Yeah, and so I was like, anyway, I'll just go with that one. And I signed up for, I wanted to sign up before, like, I think I told that person I was going to sign up when I know my schedule for the week, and then I forgot, and then it's already Monday. I was like, oh, right, let me look at the time, like, look at my schedule, look at the time, and I wanted to do it in person instead of online, and I was just, the same institution offered both. I look at the time, and they have it, like, pretty much every single day, even on weekends, like on Saturday, but on Saturday, it's more expensive, because the teacher is more expensive basically, and so that eliminated my option. So I was like, okay, Monday to Friday. Most of the courses offer like every day on 8 a.m. and if you remember, if I were to go to the city center, it'd take me like an hour. So I was like, 8 is a bit too early for me and I just wanted to get my sleeves right. So fortunately there's a time for 4:30 on Monday and on Friday, I think, or on Saturday, I forgot, yeah. And I was like, it was already like 1:30 something, like maybe 2. That like when I saw, I was like calculating time, do I have enough time, things like that. And also I have to make sure I have bus or train to come back, because the course takes at least 4 to 5 hours. That means it will end like 9 or 10. And so I checked the time. It's good. So I booked my white card course at 4:30. Check the time. I need to leave at like 3:30 and something. Safe will be 3, so like 3 something. And so I still have a bit of time. I forgot what I did, but like I definitely did a little bit more stuff than that. I'm probably also doing some. It's definitely like logistics stuff, like dealing with the computer and stuff. And later I was like, oh, I did research on forklift course. It's like, oh, I've done RSG, that's like, a couple of dollars, and then the white card course is like a couple, like 100 or something, and why not progress to a couple $100 of courses? It's such a random thought. And I was browsing and I was doing research, not much information compared to, and then like the costs are quite drastic because it's like in a hundreds zone. I was like, which one should I choose? And later I did actually pick one, surprisingly. Like forklift is something that I know since I started to do research for the entire Australia working holiday thing, but it's not like one of the things I consider myself doing. And why do I want to do it now? I don't really have like a good answer. Like I do have answers when people ask me, but it really depends on the mood. At that moment when they ask me, sometimes I answer like these are the answers I've talked about before. Like, it's like has a good potential with like a good pay, which is like standard answer, and like a cheeky answer or just like a me answer would be just like, doesn't it really sound cool to have a forklift license? That's honestly me. Like, I think I answer like half and half up to this point. Honestly, I prefer the latter because that just sounds really cool. I don't really have a proper answer for like why do I really want, like, do I want a career change? Like coming to working holiday, you're just gonna work whatever job you have. So yeah, it's just to increase my chance in some way. So I did also sign up for that. But the thing is, the course, it would be like a 2 or 3 day course depending on which school you went to. For mine, it's like a 2 day course, but I need to work, right? But I also wanted to just like get it through this week. I need to work full day on Tuesday, and there is a session for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday, Thursday. So it's like, okay, Wednesday, Thursday one would work for me. But then the time is like 7 to 3 p.m. Super early. And it's nowhere near where I live. And, well, okay, first of all, the reason I chose this school is because it's like the cheapest. It's really the cheapest. And I've also seen reviews and like just like fact check, making sure it's not gonna be like a scam or it's not gonna be have some like hidden costs and everything. So that said, I checked it, and then the next thing I need to check is the commute time because I got no car, right? So checking the time I can go and go back. So Wednesday and Thursday I actually needed to work. It's just in the night, like at 5 p.m. The course ended at 3. It will take me like an hour and a half to go there and come back. So it will make like I will have a little bit of time before I have to work. And in the morning, even though the course starts at 7, they asks you to arrive at 6:30. So I basically have to leave home at 5 and wake up at 4. So that was crazy early, and I will have to work until night, right? Like for a consecutive of 2 days, and on Tuesday I'll have to work like full day. So I know it's gonna be like a packed few days for me on Monday. I was like, anyway, like I've got the energy now. Let's just like do it. And so I signed up, I paid the deposit, and then I left for the white card course. And for the white card course, I mean, I've talked about like a lot of it on my thread, but in hindsight, well, it's like this is the first time for now, like, and the only time for now that I feel like my English is so bad. But it's not because of like English itself, just like the accent. I've for once met like a really Australian accent, and I have to listen to it for like I have to understand it in a way because it's like a course, right? But if I have no issue with the theory and like the multiple choice questions or verbal, like not verbal, like oral tests and stuff. So it's just the amount of like I cannot understand, like I would say 60 or more of 60% of what the instructor was saying. He was an Kiwi, but came to Australia for I don't know for how long, but probably a few decades. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. The instructor was super nice, and I was the first one to pass the course. So that's like just like nice. And during the course, I also received my RSA and RSG certificate, which is like a pretty thrilled day. And oh yeah, and that night I also received something in the mail, which is another bank card of mine. Well, I got a bank card. Yeah, it's a Revolut card, if you know Revolut. And yeah, so that's my Monday. So starting from like Tuesday and stuff, it's like, okay, I need to prepare for Wednesday and Thursday. And something I am worried about Wednesday and Thursday is that I cannot really find like a schedule for the course. I wanted to know like, is there like rest time and like what's like condition with the environment. And I was like, oh, I would need to bring some food, but I don't have like it's gonna be really hot. Is it like a factory or like not a factory, just like, yeah, is it like what condition is it? And so I don't want to like just buy things for the sake of this training, right? I prepared quite a few food like in different styles. Later only ate like one of them. I prepared like 3, I think, only ate 1. and it's because not really hungry, so that's a good thing. And yeah, so basically on Tuesday I took the time at break to go to Kohl's to buy some snack and like quickly ready quick eat food type of thing for Wednesday and Thursday. And the reason I do it at break is because I don't want to wake up earlier to do that, and when I end my work the shop is closed. So yeah, and so that's Tuesday, and I try to sleep early on Tuesday. I don't know if I succeed. Definitely not. Yes. Okay. And then so on Wednesday I have to just like wake up early, and we did a lot of things, a lot of writing, a lot of like listening, and practical only a little bit. And apparently I'm like, okay, I'm like the only female in course, which is normal. I am also probably the youngest in course, which is maybe also normal. And then I am the most inexperienced in forklift driving in a course, which I mean I have no knowledge in the area, so no comment on that. Everyone is basically coming to the course for the company pays for it, and they mostly already knows how to drive it because like someone else, it's really easy, like, or else how can you learn in one day and do the exam in the other day, right? So that's basically all like my classmates. But I'm very fortunate is like my instructor is really nice, and there's another person in the class that's Chinese, and he knows how to drive already. So the instructor pairs us. Well, other people got paired as well, but just like he paired us together and told us, oh, if you want you can speak in Mandarin if that helps. And the instructor itself, his wife is Chinese, so he knows like a little bit of Chinese Mandarin, which is pretty cool. It's like the first Chinese he said was when he was teaching how you should get on and get off the forklift. And you have to, like, especially when you come out, you cannot just like jump out facing outwards. You have to go backwards. And he's like 屁股 like you have to, like, your butt has to come out first, basically. It was like it's like out of nowhere. Like I know at the end of day 2 that his wife is Chinese, so like back in day 1 beginning, I was like, huh? Like out of nowhere. And anyway, yeah, so it was a pretty fun experience. I'd say the most stressful part is definitely the theory. Oh my gosh, the theory is like just every question. There's no multiple choice questions. You have to memorize so freaking many things. And 61 questions, you are only allowed to have 4 questions wrong. And there are an addition 9 questions of calculation. Obviously, calculation is not an issue for me. They offered calculators, simple calculators. I don't even need that. It's like 20 times 40 times like plus 50. Which Asian needs that? Okay, anyway, just like at least not me. So I survived on Wednesday, Thursday, but like Wednesday night is like so stressful because I need to go to work, right? And then also, I mean, the commute is long. I was studying on the commute as well, and then work, can't really study, come back home, have to stay up late. Literally on Wednesday, I drank 2 cups of coffee, 2 portions of coffee in 1 cup in the morning, and then drank another portion in the afternoon, which I've never done. And I also drank some black tea, milk tea at work. So yeah, that was crazy. And I slept at like 1 or 2 in the morning on Thursday and had to wake up like 4:45, 5 because my classmate is picking up on me. So picking up too, so I can sleep in a bit later. Very thankful for that. And yeah, so he also told me like I can also find jobs on Indeed and stuff, and if he has any job opportunities, he will also send it to me. So that's networking, right? Yeah, so that's my Wednesday and Thursday, and obviously I got the license, thankfully, but oh my god, like everything is getting like stuck on my driver's license. So I applied. Did I mention that? I don't think, at least not the last episode. But when did I finally apply for? Oh no, it's November 10th. Alright, okay, cool. So November 10th, I got my license transferred, and yeah, but like I still need to. I can drive. Well, I can already drive, but like with like the translator stuff. Oh my gosh, it's like pouring rain outside right now. Thank God I'm inside. Yeah, so I need to wait for the actual card to be sent, which would take like forever. And yeah, I would say like 2 to 3, 4 weeks, and I would need to wait until it arrives. And originally I was waiting for the license to, first of all, I will sign up for the digital license so I don't have to bring like my passport, or not even like the actual license, driver's license out. And second of all, I want to sign up for ING Bank, which needs like second ID proof. Passport is not enough, and I cannot use like bank cards and stuff. And the third thing I need, which is now, is like, in order for me to actually obtain my forklift license, there's a 60-day period before you have to apply directly to the government, not to any schools or that. So like things like RSA, RC, white card, the what's it called, like the institution or whatever, they have a name for it, the RTO, the Registered Training Organization, yes, they can just accredit that card and give it to you. But for forklift license, at least my school that I went to, you have to do it yourself, or your company have to do it for you within 60 days of you finishing the course, and you will receive like a letter, reference letter. You can drive already with that letter printed out, and you have to pay like an addition like 110 something for the license, but it will last for 5 years. But if you have to do that, and then you need your digital driver's license to do that, because they use the same like ID serial number, whatever. So anyway, like everything's like just crashing together. So I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, apparently the latest that I should get my driver's license is December the 1st. So that is a week from now, literally a week. So still waiting. Yes, still waiting. And so yeah, what else was I talking? Yeah, so forklift license, got it, and pretty happy with the result. Happy that I passed. On Wednesday I came back home and my roommate landlord was there, right? And then they separately saw me studying, or like the booklet, and just like gave them to see what it was like up to. And they were both like, oh gosh, like this is the information you have to memorize. Gosh, I'll pass. Yeah, especially like my landlord, he wanted to do the forklift license course before, and we were talking about it well before I decided to sign up for one. And I just like casually like, oh yeah, maybe I would too. Like I was really not meaning it when I said that. It was funny, like I actually did it. Yeah, so finishing that, and that was last Thursday, right? And then on Friday, finally, like I planned it well. Friday is the day I have no work, no any plans, not planning to have plans, so I can fully rest. So I slept until noon, and I literally just like stay at home, turn on the air conditioner, and watch anime. That's like the best day. Yeah, and what else? And then Saturday, Sunday, just like work. Not all day, but beside working, I'm just like watching anime, which is a good indication because I have I'm like back to lazy self, which I'm okay. It's a good thing I'm back. Anyway, and on Friday, Saturday, I am also doing like additional job hunting because I've discovered like a little bit more things about the store that's like not really good. So trying to find like backup plan. But because coming up is December, and December is the time a lot of offices and like places close down for the holiday season, so they will stop receiving applications and dealing with applications basically. And yeah, so but I mean obviously I don't want to have like little to no work schedule in December, so trying to find something. And I just went to an interview today. Not sure if I should say that, it's like very early, but anyways, actually let's talk about the types of interviews that I've done since I came to Australia, which funny enough, none of them, in terms of type, has how should I say, like none of the types are the same. So the first one was a phone interview with an Indian accent, and that was when I was back in Coffs Harbour. And oh gosh, the sound of the storm. Don't hail, baby, please. I need to work later, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's the first one, and the second one was like at the end of October. Yeah, at the end of October, that was Oh, wait, I've done end of October for like online interview, but not like video, just like type like answering questions type of interview, and also interview, like record yourself interview. And then the third one is a in-person Chinese interview, which is the job that I'm working at right now. And another one, fourth one, is an Zoom interview in English with an Australian. And the fifth one is the one today, which is an in-person Australian English interview. Pretty cool. And as for the position for today and tomorrow actually are both required forklift license. But honestly, like, if you know about like anything about forklift, people will have like the first impression like, oh, high pay. But the reality is actually like there are two difficult parts for someone like me. First, no experience. So if you don't have any experience in a warehouse or just like forklift in general, it is very hard to get your first job, and at least in like a good paying first job. So it's just not why, right? That's really like, you just got the license, you're not driving it well, you can't, it's not guaranteed that you drive it safely, so they can't really give you that opportunity. And the second thing is female, because this area, it's basically male dominated. Like, a lot of, you're not just driving it all day, you also have to do a lot of like heavy lifting, carrying and stashing and things like that. It really depends on the company that you're working for, what type of products they deal with. So that's that. And so I was pretty surprised. Oh, in addition to all of that, all the things, my visa status, like, we're on 417, so working holiday, you cannot work for too long, and some people just like don't want you to, you know, just like, oh, I don't want someone with 417. Yeah, so a lot of complications with finding like a job in forklift industry or forklift position. And I don't know, I just feel like I've sent quite a lot of applications on Indeed for forklift and also like cafe around us and things like that. Another issue would be transportation. A lot of them require you not to only have driver's license, which I have, but to have your own transport, which I don't have. But I mean, if I were to like offered either a full-time or a casual position, if it's a casual, then if it's a guaranteed hour, then I would definitely rent a car. If it's full-time, then definitely I would definitely rent cars for that, just to make myself easier on a lot of things. But yeah, because it's pretty expensive to rent, and like the gas price and toll and things like that. Yeah, so that's the update for now. And oh my gosh, let me look at the window. Wow, the wind outside was crazy. Oh my gosh, I really hope this is a temporary. I saw it's temporary, but I didn't think it would be this crazy. Like, it looks like 5 or 6 p.m. right now, but it's actually just 3 p.m. Like, it's so dark. Severe thunderstorm warning for heavy rainfall from Monday 1:32 until Monday 6:32. Shoot. What? Wait, grab an umbrella. I'm sure will. Oh my gosh. Can I wear a flip-flop to work? I'm working at 5. Hell, the weather. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for my past 2-week update. I am starting to eat more and more random, like not really eating proper, well, like not eating proper food, just like not really proportional, not really balanced diet, because I'm having less time to get grocery, because like grocery is like pretty far. So, you know, I'm trying to think whether I should get a lot of food at like, you know, once a week or something, or I should just like get some food. Well, I used to get a lot of food and then go to the grocery store not that often, which is what I did for in Cuffstopper. I have to, and back in hostel I also do that. But here, the first week I was here, I did a big grocery shopping. But later, I did like very sparing shoppings for small items and such. So still thinking which one should I go for. Yeah, and oh yeah, by the way, the last thing I should say is probably like my roommate has moved out. So yesterday, so it's just me and my landlord, and it will be like this for the next 2 weeks. and then my landlord's going back to Taiwan, he's Taiwanese, for 3 weeks. So until 5 weeks after, I just like, I will have this entire house for myself, which is like pretty great. And what else? Yeah, so I will only start to think about my next step until like January. And then, I mean, if it's January, then I should start thinking about my coursework. If you remember. If you don't, that's okay. I remember. In March. So I've got an assignment due on March 9th. And the only thing I need to be worried about is I need to make sure I don't have a full-time job back like in late February, so I can, you know, get the things done. I'm still like, if I didn't get like a semi-permanent, like a job that required me to work at least, you know, 3-4 months, I will probably go back to Taiwan in February, because the plane tickets are freaking cheap. It's so cheap, and I do want to, like, the perks of going back to Taiwan in February, aside from the price, is that I could have a better setup to complete my assignments, which like my desktop and all that, like bigger screens and better environment. And also I do want to change like my luggage stuff and just kind of like bring a different set of things back to Australia. Yeah, and if I were to come back, it would be like fall and then come into winter, and then after I come back, I will probably just go directly to regional area to work for extending my visa. Yeah, actually, I've definitely not mentioned this. I only decided, well, make my mind. Okay, honestly, if I didn't make it, it's also fine. But it's like, if I will try to do it, try to find a job that I can extend my stay here. And I've only made that decision, I think, a week ago, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's after it's not because of any like particular incident or a single thing that I've done. It's just a mind shift, actually. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it for now. Nothing much else to share aside from like a lot of like trivial stuff. And yeah, see you next time.